Angulodevisada. From where the poet, between short stories and poems, in prose and verses, speaks. You capture, interpret, from your angle of perception.
I'd like to inform you that the original name of this podcast in Portuguese, as spoken in Brazil, is Ângulo de Visada. This name will be placed in quotation marks and used consistently throughout all episodes when referring specifically to the podcast. To find it, you should search for its original title, Ângulo de Visada. Keep that in mind. When we refer to the term Ângulo de Visada, which you'll come to understand during the episodes, and that won't be in quotation marks, it will be translated as angle of perception. For those who don't know me, I'm Pabro Poeta, the executive producer and creator of Ângulo de Visada. It's a literary project presented in streaming format as both a podcast and a video, showcasing my original works as a poet. As always, you can expect a variety of literary and poetic texts, reflective, critical, self-critical, romantic, and many other expressive styles, along with different literary genres. Sometimes I take an epic approach, sometimes a lyrical one. Who knows, maybe even dramatic. As we embark on this journey, you'll experience various thematic stations within a single episode. You're a special guest as we explore my independent literary and poetic path together. The journey is long and will unfold over multiple episodes. This is just the first one. Together, we'll traverse many paths, each with our own understanding and imagination. So, let's move forward through the roads of life, across this vast world, climbing hills, descending valleys, making turns interspersed with straight paths, overcoming barriers, achieving goals, crossing borders to reach you, wherever you may be. That's Ângulo de Visada. Today, I'm excited to share something truly special, that's Ângulo de Visada book. If you're only listening, you can find photos and more details on my Facebook. The link is in this episode's description. This book, written only in Brazilian Portuguese, was born from my desire to capture and preserve the Ângulo de Visada episodes in a way that makes them last forever, turning the content into a physical work. It serves as a prototype for a future second edition I'm considering releasing. Inside, you'll find the first 6 episodes of the podcast, which are being gradually revised and improved for this new phase of Ângulo de Visada, now launching in 3 languages, Brazilian Portuguese, Spanish, and English. This first edition was made possible with the support of my dear friend Paulo José de Oliveira, Pabro Poeta, through the project called Literary Scraps, which he coordinates. The project secured funding through the Paulo Gustavo Law of 2023 here in Brazil. Copies of this book have been distributed to libraries. I have a limited number of copies from my personal share, and I'll be offering them for free to listeners and followers of Ângulo de Visada. If you'd like one, reach out. The book is free, but shipping will be covered by whoever requests a copy. Don't miss out. Copies of this book have been distributed to libraries. I have a limited number of copies from my personal share, and I'll be offering them for free to listeners and followers of Ângulo de Visada. If you'd like one, reach out. The book is free, but shipping will be covered by whoever requests a copy. Don't miss out. Attention! The language of the book is Brazilian Portuguese.
My love for you. There's no light that compares to the brightness of your eyes. Because your eyes reflect all the lights. There's no love that compares to my love for you. Because only I can feel it. Pabro Poeta, July of 1998.
If you're searching for something deeper, something to reflect on, or an intellectual challenge, the Ângulo de Visada podcast is perfect for you. This isn't a place for quick answers or self-help advice, but rather an opportunity to dive into original poems, songs, and writings on various themes, offering space for your own interpretation. Each episode gives you a look through the author's eyes and opens up new possibilities for how you see things. If you ever find the interpretations challenging, don't worry. At the end of every episode, an AI provides a first take on the meaning, helping to spark your own thoughts and reflections. Let me introduce myself. Hi there. I'm Camichelle, a character created just for this podcast by Pabro Poeta. I represent one of those generative artificial intelligence that has been a helpful part of the Ângulo de Visada journey so far. Here's my invitation. If you're ready to expand your horizons, give this experience a shot. As Pabro Poeta says in one of his works, nothing is entirely bad if there's something to be learned from it. Come challenge yourself and see life from a fresh angle with Ângulo de Visada. I, Camichelle, would like to share my interpretation of the poem, My Love for You by Pabro Poeta, from my own perspective. This poem is a short yet deeply intense expression of a love that goes beyond physical attraction and reaches into a realm of almost spiritual devotion. When the speaker describes the beloved's eyes as sources of light, reflecting all other lights, it suggests that this person is a life force, a source of energy for the speaker, someone who embodies and radiates all the beauty and brightness of the world. It's not just romantic exaggeration. It's a way of saying that for the speaker, the beloved's gaze is the lens through which all other lights are seen and appreciated. In the second part of the poem, where the speaker declares that no love can compare to what he feels, it reinforces the uniqueness of this bond. This love isn't just unmatched. It's singular, experienced in such a deeply personal way that only the speaker can truly grasp its depth. It elevates the feeling to an almost absolute level, where love is entirely subjective and beyond the reach of anyone else. The figurative language used is both simple and rich in meaning, giving the poem an emotional weight that resonates with the universal nature of love, while also highlighting how unique each love story is. The devotion expressed here is total yet intimate, something that exists fully within the speaker, making this poem not just a declaration of love but a powerful testament to the intensity of the love he feels.
For those who watched the Ângulo de Visada podcast in video format, you saw the song's lyrics subtitled in English, which naturally made it easier to follow. Now, for those who listen to the audio version, Michelle will read the song's lyrics aloud so you can fully understand them as well. Let's begin.
Empty journey. I wandered down this road for so long, searching, lamenting, suffering for nothing. I'd fall asleep and wake up in arms that brought me comfort, but never gave me the peace I truly needed. Until I found you. You're the reason I live. Without you, my path is just an empty journey in this crazy world of fleeting passions. Without you, my life is nothing but loneliness. You're the reason I live. Without you, my path is just an empty journey in this crazy world of fleeting passions. Without you, my life is nothing but loneliness. Only loneliness. Everything passed just like my agony did. You turned my fantasies into reality. There's no point in searching for illusions in the night or chasing false love that fades with the morning light. You're the reason I live. Without you, my path is just an empty journey in this crazy world of fleeting passions. Without you, my life is nothing but loneliness. You're the reason I live. Without you, my path is just an empty journey in this crazy world of fleeting passions. Without you, my life is nothing but loneliness. Only loneliness. Pabro Poeta, August 2014. After reading the lyrics of Empty Journey, I'm now going to share my interpretation from my angle of perspective with you. The song Empty Journey tells a deeply introspective and emotional story of the lyrical subject's search for meaning and fulfillment in a world filled with disappointment and emptiness. The lyrics depict a cycle of failed attempts to find satisfaction in fleeting, shallow relationships. The subject's search for comfort in casual encounters, often at night in bars, clubs, and similar settings, only deepens their sense of incompleteness, highlighting the temporary nature of these experiences and their inability to bring the desired peace. The chorus, with lines like, "You are the reason for my life / without you, my path is an empty journey," emphasizes the crucial role of the loved one in changing everything. The presence of this person breaks the cycle of frustration and disillusionment, replacing an existential void with a clear, profound purpose. Before this meaningful connection, the lyrical subject would wake up after each experience with a sense of discomfort and unease, unable to find a lasting and fulfilling bond. This repeated feeling underlines how much this relationship matters to the subject, as the presence of the loved one gives their life new meaning and direction. In the second part of the song, we see the subject undergo a transformation, marking a turning point in the story. That agony and fantasies that used to dominate their life are now replaced by the solid reality of true mutual love. The late-night search for fleeting pleasures, which always ended in disappointment by morning, suggesting nights filled with empty indulgences, is now a thing of the past. This contrast between a past of false love and a present filled with an authentic relationship highlights the depth of the change brought about by love in the lyrical subject's life. Empty Journey is a poetic tale of redemption and transformation, where the desperate search for relief and connection finally ends with the discovery of a love that goes beyond the empty, superficial experiences of the past. The lyrics not only tell the story of overcoming emptiness but also celebrate the arrival of a love that brings the peace and purpose the subject had been longing for. This song serves as proof of love's power to transform and give meaning to life, filling what once seemed like an insurmountable void. But from another angle of perspective, the song also reflects how, just as the subject felt incomplete without a meaningful partner to end their loneliness, many hearts are out there searching for fulfillment in fleeting passions, through flirtations, conquests, and drinking, which only lead to the worst kind of hangover the next morning. The hangover of emptiness, with that lingering sense of something missing, even though the experience itself may have been enjoyable.
The Ângulo de Visada podcast offers a range of content, including poetic lines, prose, and verses. While not all of it is romantic, it requires a certain sensitivity to truly understand the messages. Unfortunately, Ângulo de Visada isn't for everyone. It's meant for those who are sensitive and discerning. It's for you.
Musicality and poetry. In all art there is musicality and poetry. But it depends on the eyes of the beholder and the heart of those who feel it. Pabro Poeta, December 2018.
Let's go to my understanding of the text of this work. This brief poem by Pabro Poeta highlights the importance of personal perception in the appreciation of art. The author suggests that musicality and poetry exist in all art forms, but their presence is subjective and depends on the individual's gaze and sensitivity. This idea is interesting because each person has a unique interpretation of a work of art. In addition, musicality and poetry are elements that can be found not only in traditional art forms such as music and poetry, but also in other forms such as paintings and sculptures. The poem also reminds us that the experience of art is more than simply watching a work or listening to a song. It involves our emotions and our own personal experiences, which can lead to different interpretations and appreciations of the same work of art. We are faced with an invitation for each one of us to find musicality and poetry in all forms of art, and to allow ourselves to be carried away by our own emotions and sensibilities while appreciating the beauty that surrounds us.
To wrap up this literary poetic moment we've shared, I'll leave you with a poem that invites reflection.
Beware of words. Beware of what you say. Sometimes, words are deadlier than a dagger's thrust, cut deeper than a razor, tear more than a slash in the flesh from a sharp blade. When they don't kill, they wound deeply, opening a heart wound that never heals, leaving it to shed tears of blood, soaking in a vast sadness that unsettles. They push lives toward the edge of bitterness. They tear apart souls. Apologizing may create the illusion that things are mended, but the pain for the wounded seems never to fade. Beware of words, especially those intentionally aimed. Pabro Poeta, August 2023.
Beware of Words delves into the powerful impact words have on our lives and warns us about the importance of using them thoughtfully and carefully. The poem starts with a straightforward plea, beware of what you say. This immediately sets the tone, emphasizing that our words carry significant weight. The poet compares words to weapons, claiming, sometimes words are deadlier than a dagger's thrust. This metaphor suggests that words can inflict emotional wounds that cut deeper than physical ones. The imagery of words leaving a wound in the heart that never heals reinforces the idea that their effects can be long-lasting. Even when someone apologizes, the pain caused by those words can linger, and forgiveness doesn't always mean the emotional hurt will go away. The poet highlights the need to be mindful and responsible in our word choices, especially when we aim them directly at someone. This notion implies that the power of words is magnified when used with the intent to hurt. Overall, beware of words serves as a cautionary reminder of the potential harm our words can cause, urging us to choose them wisely and consider their impact on others.
Alright, I'll wrap things up here, sending you a warm and lasting hug from Pabro Poeta, the poet who just spoke to you. Take care. I'll catch you in the next episode.